Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and it's Monday, and we have a lot to do today. So I just thought I would grab the camera, bring you guys along with me today. We're making sweet potato pie. We'll talk more about that, but let me first say, if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you visiting with me in my kitchen down here on the farm. I would love nothing more than for you to be a part of the Farm and Pastor's Wife family and hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss anything. I upload content mainly on cooking, but a lot of farming, a lot of day in the life of, all sorts of things, and I would love for you to be a part of it. And if you're back here and you're one of my subscribers, goodness gracious, guys, you know how much I love and appreciate each and every one of you. So, with that being said, let's roll the intro and then we'll come back and talk about what today holds.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is...
So first, let me first apologize if you can hear my dishwasher. But today's a busy day. We've had, usually on Sundays, I don't do a whole lot of stuff. We go to church, I film a little bit, we do anything we need to do on the farm, but I don't usually clean my kitchen, I don't do it. And anyway, Saturday I had the boys and we made a mess, and so this morning I've got the dishwasher going, I've been cleaning a little bit, and I still have a lot to do, cleaning, picking up, before I can really get started cooking. Now let me say, in this video we're making sweet potato pies for Thanksgiving. This is a repeat video, so that's why I'm kind of doing it as a day in the life of, but if you're here for the recipe, I will timestamp down in the description below where the recipe starts, and that way you can fast forward it. If that's the only thing you want to see, I will fast forward it to that part. But we're making some desserts today, and I may make several desserts. So you may have several recipes on this video. But anyway, I've got to clean out my refrigerator and get it ready for after Thanksgiving, you know, the stuff that goes in after Thanksgiving. Anyway, my freezer needs cleaning out. I got a lot to do these next few days, and so I'm just going to bring you guys along with me each day. We'll be cooking each day, and we'll be cleaning and getting ready for Thanksgiving. I have a crowd coming, and so anyway, all right. So I got my turkey over here. Oops, my camera's not turning with me. He's over here thawing. I'm going to set him out on the porch. During the night, I bring him in because it gets down in the 20s out there. So I've brought him in to thaw a little bit. And so now I'm going to set him back outside on the porch and let him stay cool, because it's cooler out there than it is in my refrigerator. So if I watch the temperature today and I see it starting creeping up, then I will stick him in the refrigerator. Gotta make room. Anyway, so I'm just cleaning and getting ready to go. So I gotta clean my stove. So y'all are just joining me today. Okay, so I have my potatoes, I've washed them, and I have my Instapot out. I also have a cup of water. So I'm just going to enlist the help of the Instapot. I normally do not do that. Right now, while I'm talking to you, I'm just pricking them a few times with a fork. I normally do not use an Instapot. I'm pretty old school when it comes to my sweet potatoes, but I'm trying to engage the Instapot a little bit more. And normally, so I'm going to tell you what to do if you don't have an Instapot. I just boil mine, or you can bake them, whichever you prefer. I normally boil my potatoes, my sweet potatoes, and I just boil them until a fork or a knife just slides right through. Then I take them out, peel them, and there's your meat and pulp. You just mix it up. So, I'm going to try the Instant Pot this time. This is all new for me. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so let me get you turned around here to the Instant Pot. Okay. So I have the Instant Pot here. I have my trivet in here. I'm going to pour a cup of water. We're going to see how this works. Now, I'm going to do multiple potatoes, and I hope that works. I'm going to kind of stack them. All right. We're going to try that. If I can't stack them, it doesn't make it worth it to me. Close the lid. Set it to sealing, being sure it's on sealing. And I'm going to let it go for an hour. So we're going to hit manual. I think that says 60 minutes, right? Okay, so it's going to come to pressure, and the time does not start until it comes to pressure. So once it comes to pressure, it'll start the countdown clock at that point in time. And then once it reaches pressure, it'll cut off, but it'll vent by itself. I'll let it come down by itself as long as I can, because I'm in no hurry. Right now, I'm going to candy some pecans. I shared last year an autumn salad, and it was out of this world. And so we're going to do that autumn salad again. And I put on there some candied pecans. So I'm going to candy some pecans real quick. And I'll see you guys in just a little bit when the potatoes are done. Okay guys, I told you I don't know my Instant Pot, but I went back and looked, and I had set my time wrong. So I changed it to where it's going to be for the hour. It's going to come to pressure and pressurize for an hour. I was looking at it sideways, and anyway, and I'm still not sure about things. So I did change it to where it reads it's going to be at pressure for 1 hour. Okay guys, I just thought I'd turn the camera on while I'm making this. If you want to get a good candied pecan, oh, I got it too frothy. I made meringue. A good candied pecan recipe, I suggest you go check Fallon out over at Moss Family TV and just put in the search candied pecans. This is where I got this recipe, and it's the best one I have ever found. And I, like in my Leslie fashion, always change things up just a little bit. Oh my goodness, this smells delicious. All right, let me grab a baking sheet. Alright guys, it's going in the oven. But like I said, if you want to know how to make this, I can do a video on it. It's so easy. This literally only took me like 2 minutes. But I give credit to Fallon Moss over at Moss Family TV. This is her recipe. And alright, it's going in the oven. So I'm still waiting on the potatoes. They're counting down the minutes, And I cleaned out the refrigerator. Did not clean out the freezer, although it needs it terribly. I had a Dr. Pepper can explode in there. And I also found some containers of unidentified substance inside. And so I've set those out to thaw. I'm going to dump everything out and wash the containers. Things are moving along quite well. So the pecans are still going in the oven. They're going at 250. I'm stirring them every 15 minutes. I'll do that for an hour. And yeah, so coming right along. I've got to go over to the farm for a little bit. We found out when we're getting chickens. We just got the message when our chickens will be coming back. Or not coming back. It'll be a new flock of chickens. And so they come the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. So we've got to decide how and when and what time and everything to set up the houses. Anyway, so I have to go and do some things of finishing out the flock that just left and get ready for the new flock. So it's cold. I don't want to go over there. I may go over there, turn the heat on. I've got a little space heater. I may go turn that on and shut the door and then come back a little later. So, okay. All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, everyone. The pecans are out of the oven. Look at that. They're still warm. But, oh, my goodness. Look at the crust on there. They're so good. So, good. Okay. I actually think they could use a little more cinnamon. So maybe the next batch I do, I'm going to add some more cinnamon. Okay. Not much longer on the sweet potatoes. Well, for them to pressure. And then what I'll do is let them slow release on their own. And then we'll get them out and see if they're done. If not, we'll add some more time. Okay, guys. I'm not making my own pie crust. Those of you that know me know I love the store-bought pie crust. And that is what I am using. I'm just going to roll it out and get it, spread it out a little bit. My pie pans are 2 different sizes, but that's okay. Okay, guys, let me bring you up to speed. I've had some company, so I have gotten my potatoes out. I've peeled them. I haven't mashed them or anything, but I've got about 4 cups, probably a little bit over 4 cups, but I have 4 cups of sweet potatoes that I'm just going to drop down here in my mixing bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and actually get my oven preheated. I put my pie crust in the pie pans, and I just barely baked them a little bit. I didn't brown them or anything. I just basically got them, you know, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to make our mix now. Let me get you turned down and get all my ingredients out, and I'll meet you back right here. Okay, everybody, so before I get to mixing the mix, the dish that I had the sweet potatoes in at first, I'm going to put 2 sticks of butter. I need to scrape some of that off. That one came out clean. Let me get the rest of that off. Butter is something I don't want to leave any goodness. I want to get it all. Okay, I'm going to stick this in the microwave and melt that real quick, and then we'll come back and put this together. Okay, guys, let's put this together. So I'm just going to put everything in here and mix it all at once. I'm going in with 2 cans of evaporated milk. Now my recipe makes 2 pies. I hope my batter bowl is going to be big enough. Alright, so now we're going to go in. I'll tell you what, let me mix a little each time. I'm wearing a lot of this. Somebody asked me the other day why I didn't start out my mixer on low, and that is low. I always started out on low, but that is low. Oh goodness. Okay, so let's go in with a little sugar now. I'm gonna go in with 2/3 cup of packed brown. Two-thirds cup of packed brown and a cup of white. All right, let's get that in there. And let's give it another little mix. All right, let me grab my butter. I'm not mixing it well yet. I'll wait till I get everything in. So now I'm going to go in with 4 eggs. Alright, now I'm going to mix this and mix it well. I'll bring you back once I get it mixed. Alright, there's one last thing I want to add, and then we'll talk about where you can take it from here. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of vanilla. And I'm going to bring my pie crust over here. And we're going to bake it for about an hour at 350. All right. Okay, so at the point we're at now, where I just added the vanilla, you can make this your pie. I do not add in cinnamon, nutmeg, clove. I don't add any spices to mine because I just like the sweet potato and the sweet potato pie. So, the only thing I add as far as flavoring, look who it is.
Hey guys.
What you getting?
It's lunchtime.
Oh.
Hey, do you know what we got a lot of comments from our viewers about yesterday?
Your mustache.
My mustache. I've never worn one, and I kind of did it as a joke yesterday, and so I've kept it today.
Is it leaving, or are you keeping it?
It's going to leave.
It's going to leave, he says.
I just don't know when.
So anyway, this is where you can make this If you like spices, then by all means, go ahead and add cinnamon. You can add nutmeg. You can add clove, allspice, whatever you want to add into it. You go for it at this point. We just like plain sweet potato pie. So I have added the vanilla. And so we're going to pour it down here into our pie crust that I did pre-bake just maybe 10 minutes. I mean, just enough for it to get a little puffy. And I didn't mix it very fine because I like pieces of sweet potato. And I have plenty of batter. So I may make a teeny tiny little casserole for tonight, especially with those candied pecans I've got. All right, so this is going in the oven once it comes out, and once it cools, I'll probably freeze these until Thursday or till Wednesday. I'll lay them out Wednesday night. But they're going in. I'll show you what they look like when they come out. Okay, so like I said earlier, they're going in at 350 for about an hour. So we're going to check them. We'll check them at 45 minutes, but I'm sure it's going to take a good hour because I like mine to set up good. So I just got to figure out what to do with the rest of this batter. And so I'll bring you back when the pies come out of the oven and I've cleaned up my mess again. So I had a little extra batter, and I did add some cinnamon to that little extra batter. I've put them in 2 ramekins, and I'm going to top them with those pecans, those candied pecans, and stick them in the oven for a little while. They shouldn't need to bake quite as long as the pies, but we're going to stick them in there. So we'll see how this goes. This is just a trial. Oops. Okay, guys, look at there. And when I got it out of the oven, I gave it a little shaky shake, and a little jiggle is fine. You just don't want it to appear wet. And that is fine. Here are our 2 beautiful, beautiful sweet potato pies. And here is our 2 little somewhat potato souffle. Let's let Bryant taste one of these since these were just extra. So, of course, we won't get to taste the pie until Thanksgiving. But since I had a little extra, and I did put a little cinnamon in here, so there is a little cinnamon. Right. Surprise, surprise. Because I don't ever put cinnamon in my sweet potato.
There's no crust.
No crust. I just put the candied pecans on top. That was not the plan for the candied pecans.
That's delicious. You don't even need a pie crust. And you don't even have to have the pecans.
Really? You just like the souffle?
I just eat the filling. Right.
Those potatoes were just a little bit stringy, but sometimes you get a hold of a stringy potato. But
that's good.
It is good. Even with the cinnamon in it.
Good flavor. Normally she doesn't use a lot of cinnamon.
I do in certain things, but not in my sweet potato or my persimmon. So, okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching The Farming Pastor's Wife. I'm going to end today now. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what tomorrow holds. And I don't even know what we're doing for supper tonight. But as soon as these pies cool, I'm going to wrap them up with saran wrap. Then wrap them up in tin foil and stick them in the freezer. Pull them out. I don't know. I might just put them in the refrigerator. They may be okay till Thursday. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to put them up and save them for Thanksgiving. So, all right. See you guys next time. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.